So there were some updates and stories and events we covered on this channel that I just wanted to follow up on, just to keep the record fresh. Always a good thing considering some videos were made a while ago when information was still unknown, on the way up the pipeline, or obscured by the facts or situation at the time. First up is the shortest and latest news, and that is Judgment. As of right now, the game is out on the PS5 and yep, it is in fact up digitally on the PS Store as well. Yes, as speculated, the PS5 version is cheaper than its PS4 counterpart, officially now. They only released a store page on the day of release, but when it did eventually come up, the price for the PS4 version wasn't adjusted. Kind of a head scratcher, but most likely just Sony trying to take advantage of the short supply of PS5s and twisting the arms of PS4 owners who might not be as patient, or in fairness might not know when a PS5 might be in the cards. I mean, sub 1,000 Rand is definitely much cheaper than the at least 10,000 Rands that the console will run you. Next up is KooDoo. Way back at the beginning of 2020, before we all knew what was coming, I made a video discussing my findings and some frustrations in relation to the PS5 in South Africa. KooDoo was the new brand name for the guys that handled distribution of PlayStations in South Africa, along with some other stuff, instead of Ster-Kinekor, a cinema franchise over here in South Africa. That fact was always interesting to me, so my video was just a little sharing of what I had learned in regards to that. In the video, I won't lie, I roasted KooDoo to an extent, essentially encouraging them to interact more online and do it in a more personal way. They were very corporate before. I used Discord as an example they could model themselves after. At the time, they did sort of deserve it. I mean, even their YouTube link on their website didn't even take you to their active channel. However, I'm glad to report, obviously thanks to my video, they have improved dramatically. Just kidding, of course. Around the reveal of the PS5 is when they switched up their social media strategy. Makes sense considering their position in the PlayStation supply chain here in South Africa. It all started with an Ultimate Bundle giveaway they had for the PS5. That, naturally because we live in South Africa, got them a bunch of attention. And thankfully, they were apparently ready for all this newfound attention with tons more personality ready to be injected into their social media interactions across all platforms. They kind of actually nailed the platforms for each one. Facebook's more Facebooky, Twitter's more Twittery, and the link on the website for YouTube actually takes you to the correct channel this time. While they aren't quite on the level of other well-known brands like Nando's, they certainly beat most South African brands now and match the energy of smaller tech-based brands on social media. My favorite part is on par with what I suggested all those months back. The YouTube channel has actual personalities now, and we can finally see a friendly human side to the brand with more freedom to express themselves. Sound mixing and some editing choices leave some aspects to be desired, but it's nothing a few rounds of practice can't fix. Also, their store has been great every time I've used it. And a tip for other locals, if you download the app, turn on notifications, then every time there's a PS5 restock, they'll let you know first. And may I remind you, they are as close to the source as you can get. Just a nice tip there. Lastly is just a reminder of some friendly advice. Don't believe any of these Battlefront 3 rumors. More and more ridiculous leaks, posts and dev kit shots have surfaced these last couple of weeks in relation to a non-existent Battlefront 3. If there is a new entry, none of these posts contain anything remotely related to it. Obviously, this is all brought on as we get closer to the period in the year where we would traditionally receive E3. Companies are trying to legitimately start stirring up hype for their future projects. Gamers are getting excited as they do almost every E3 days, and opportunist leakers are, as they do every year, ready to jump on the bandwagon. Honestly, I think the roasting of these leaks you can find, mostly on Twitter, by other Battlefront YouTubers is all you really need in terms of content relating to these newer leaks. But I've already said my piece regarding the heart of the matter in my main video, so you can check that out instead. I will say though, the Reddit post gave me a good laugh, especially because you can tell the age of the person who made it by the ridiculous points they slathered across it. Well, that about covers it. Hope this can help supplement some of the content on this channel. If everything goes to plan, it should be May 4th. So, may the 4th be with you. Go have some fun to do with Star Wars today. Ultimate Power is the event on Battlefront 2, so hop on that if you can, and if it sounds good to you. Oh, and yeah, I should have my PS5 soon. Actually, I do have my PS5, just jumping in here to say that. So that's pretty cool. Not much I can do with it now, but I'm excited to play games without a jet engine in the background. At least for 3 years or so.